stunt. And, speaking on that, let's cover this story. And be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And as always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. All right, so let's dive in. So this is according to Reality Blurb. It says Morgan Wade reveals fight with fan over Kyle Richards' tattoos and says Kyle stalked her as she makes her debut on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. All right, so this is the thing. Morgan Wade revealed that she got into a fight. So for several months now, fans have speculated that Kyle and the country singer are romantically involved amid Kyle's separation from husband Mauricio Umansky. As you guys know where I stand on that, I don't think that they are sexually involved. I think that Morgan is doing it for a publicity stunt. I think she's doing it for likes, clicks, and views and social media followers, for people to go to her show, for photo ops, for a moment. Don't forget, there was also the blind item that Morgan was mad at Kyle for not pulling strings to get her to be a host on, whether it was the Grammys or the Country Music Awards, for her to use her clout, and she was pissed. I personally think that Morgan and her team just saw a come up. Oh, Bravo, NBC, trending, all of this stuff. They saw a come up. And Morgan Wade has come up. None of us would have known who the hell Morgan Wade was had it not been for Kyle. And I think that Kyle is just going through it, and Morgan Wade happens to be one of those things. I think she was probably in a really bad place listening to Morgan Wade's songs on the radio, and like Morgan said, she ended up stalking her. I don't think this is a teenage love affair. In the preview shared by @QueensofBravo on Instagram, Kyle introduced Morgan to the show. Soon after, Morgan revealed she got into a fight on Instagram with someone who suggested that Kyle's recent tattoos were an attempt to copy the country singer. I was like, who cares, said Morgan, who claimed fans will assume Kyle's in a, quote, midlife crisis. This is the thing. When people joke and when people repeat things that are kind of slick digs, they are saying to your face what they actually think. So the fact that Morgan was like, oh yeah, I got into a fight with somebody on Instagram, and they're like, she's going through a midlife crisis, that is what Morgan actually thinks about you, Kyle. Because people will say jokes and people will do digs. They'll repeat something somebody else said as a way to say to your face what they really think about you. Great, Morgan, thanks, said Kyle, seemingly unhappy that Morgan exposed the accusation on camera. Exactly. Morgan was clowning the hell out of you. Kyle explained that she and Morgan are very close friends and that they talk every day, even though people are confused by their friendship. When asked how they met, Morgan stated, she stalked me. Now, if you actually watch from the perspective of, I'm not a body language expert, but let's just pretend that I am for fun. If you actually watch the body language between Kyle and Morgan, it's kind of one of disgust and disdain from Morgan's side. She is basically just gritting her teeth and bearing with it. She kind of cringes at Kyle. Every time Kyle says they're friends, she kind of looks at her like she's crazy. When Kyle hit her, I know Kyle was doing it in a fun way, but it just seemed like, again, like, don't put your hands on me, when she pushed her really hard and Morgan kind of looked at her, and Morgan's very closed off to her. I don't think that Morgan even likes Kyle. I really don't. Watch their interactions in a very close way. Also, watch their interactions when they were promoting the music video that they did. And if you even watch the music video, I'm going to tell you the exact clip of the music video to watch. And I'm going to tell you, when Kyle is in the doorway in the music video and she walks past Morgan into the room, clock the look on Morgan's face. It is one of disgust. I don't think Morgan likes Kyle at all. That's why she said she had a midlife crisis. That's why she said she stalked me. Morgan is telling us exactly what she thinks about Kyle. Because people always tell you what they really think. Kyle agreed and said, I heard Morgan's music and I was like, who is this girl with this voice? And I followed her. According to Morgan, another friend told her that Kyle mentioned her on Instagram. Kyle admitted that she did it to get Morgan's attention. In a confessional, Kyle described Morgan as 100% herself with no excuses or apology. This feels freeing to Kyle, who normally is so worried about everything being so together and perfect. I honestly was just really taken by that, she added. I agree. And this is exactly what I mean by I don't think that Kyle has a crush on Morgan in a sexual way. I think she has a crush on Morgan like in a cool girl way. Very similar to how Heather Gay has a crush on Lisa Barlow. It's not sexual, but it's a girl on girl crush. And like, if I could wear your skin, I would. That type of crush. They just expressed it in different ways. Let's see. So yeah, so I want to know what you guys think. Do you think it's true? No, Kyle and Morgan really are in a sexual relationship, and she's cheating on Mauricio, and it's pure love, and Morgan is super into her. Or are you like me and you're like, Morgan and her team are opportunists? They found an opportunity for a come up. Kyle is going through something, and Morgan is pretty much just a patsy for it. I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. And before you do that, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. So with that, let's bring up Rena. How are you, darling? Do you want to share?
Yes, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.